Have you ever wondered which states in the U.S. have maintained their white population percentages since the 1700s? In a country as diverse as the United States, some states still have predominantly white populations, reflecting their historical roots. Today, we're diving into the top 10 whitest states in America. Stay tuned to discover not just the statistics, but the rich history behind these demographics. And before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more fascinating insights. Number 10. Nebraska kicks off our list with a population that is 88.1% white. By the 1870s, Nebraska saw a peak in European immigrants, with about 25% of its residents born in foreign countries. Danish, Swedish, Irish, German, and Czech communities figured prominently among the early settlers. If you need more proof that Nebraska is predominantly white, consider this. The top male names in Nebraska are Oliver, Henry, Liam, and Theodore. The state's demographic makeup has deep roots, reflecting the waves of European immigrants who saw Nebraska as a land of opportunity. Montana, known for its stunning landscapes, is also known for its predominantly white population at 88.9%. The early settlers were primarily Italians and Germans who settled in Fergus and Park counties. Many Germans came from North Dakota and Canada, while English and Scottish cattlemen also played a significant role. Interestingly, the owners of the cattle were often German, while the workers were English and Scottish. This unique mix of European influences has shaped Montana's demographic landscape to this day. Number 8. Utah's population is 90.6% white, heavily influenced by its Mormon majority. About 70% of Utah's residents are Mormons, a group known for its predominantly white demographic. The early settlers in Utah included Spanish explorers, French-Canadian fur traders, and a significant number of Mormon immigrants from Britain, Canada, Denmark, and Norway. These groups laid the foundation for Utah's current demographic makeup. The state's historical and cultural roots are still evident in its population today. Number 7. Iowa, with a 90.6% white population, has deep Scandinavian roots. In the 1840s, settlers from Scandinavian countries, as well as Dutch, German, Irish, Scottish, and Welsh immigrants, arrived in Iowa. New Englanders and Quakers followed in 1941, and Mormons began settling there around 1846. Despite its diverse origins, Iowa has remained predominantly white. This is evident in the state's cultural festivals, local cuisines, and even the architecture, which reflects the heritage of its early European settlers. Number 6. Wyoming. Wyoming's population is 92.5% white, influenced by a mix of British, German, Italian, Basque, and Greek settlers. By 1870, immigrants from the British Isles represented about 1/5 of Wyoming's territorial population. Over half of the foreign-born population at that time were from Britain. In recent years, Wyoming has become popular with a wider range of people, but its demographic makeup has remained largely unchanged. The state's cowboy culture, rodeos, and ranching traditions reflect its British and Western European roots. Number 5. Idaho. Idaho's reputation as a predominantly white state is well-deserved, with 93% of its population identifying as white. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, many English settlers came to Idaho, seeking a place with minimal government interference. The state's rugged terrain and vast wilderness appealed to those looking for independence and self-reliance. Today, Idaho's demographic profile is a testament to its history as a haven for settlers seeking a fresh start away from government control. Number 4. New Hampshire. New Hampshire's population is 93.1% white, deeply rooted in its colonial history. Originally settled by the British, the state saw a significant influx of Scottish and Irish immigrants in 1799. French Canadians from Quebec also moved to New Hampshire, attracted by the textile mills. Although the French-Canadian influence is less visible today. Number 3. West Virginia. West Virginia, with a population that is 93.5% white, has a rich history of Scottish, Irish, and German settlers. Settlement began in the mid-1700s in Berkeley and Greenbrier counties. The Scottish and Irish influences are particularly strong in West Virginia's folk music and cultural traditions. Despite its rugged terrain and rural landscape, West Virginia's demographic profile has remained predominantly white. The state's history and culture are intertwined with the heritage of its early European settlers. Number 2. Vermont. Vermont's population is 94.2% white, similar to its neighbor, New Hampshire. The state was initially settled by the English, Irish, and Scottish. French Canadians also moved to Vermont, drawn by the textile industry. Vermont's demographic consistency over the years is a reflection of its stable and homogeneous community. The state's picturesque landscapes, small towns, and local traditions continue to attract residents who appreciate its unique heritage and strong sense of community. Number 1. Maine. Topping our list is Maine, with a population that is 94.4% white. Maine's largest city, Portland, has a white population of 91.27%, which is remarkably high for a city. The state's early settlers were primarily English, Irish, and Scottish, with French Canadians arriving later. Maine's demographic profile has remained stable over the centuries, influenced by its early European settlers. The state's coastal towns, lighthouses, and maritime traditions reflect its historical roots and predominantly white population. And there you have it, the top 10 whitest states in the U.S. Each of these states has a unique history and cultural heritage that has shaped its demographic profile. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Let us know in the comments which state surprised you the most and why. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.